Wow, what a wonderful evening. Just want to say hello to everybody. This is Suzuki 250, and this is my Motovlog. Got a beautiful evening here. This is June 19th, 2019, and I am cruising down Furman Boulevard in Buffalo, New York, and I'm on my 2007 Suzuki Marauder GZ250. This is the first motorcycle I've ever owned. I took my motorcycle safety course in April, passed with flying colors, took it in pretty much a monsoon, and bought this bike in January, this past January actually, and I paid $900 for this bike, and I bought it off a girl in Erie, Pennsylvania, which is roughly 100 miles due west of Buffalo, down Interstate 90. And when I bought it, it was 28 degrees out, and I got a fuzzy in my helmet, and it must have just landed right on my face. It's itching the crap out of me. I'll flick this open real quick and try to get it. Oh yeah, much better now. Anyway, so I went there, looked at this bike. I found it on Facebook Marketplace. She ran at $1,200, and she reduced the price. It was originally $1,600 at one point when I first saw it. She dropped it down to $14 and then $12, and I got it for $9 because when I went there it was 28 degrees and it wouldn't start. This thing's got a choke on it, and it wasn't going to start. That's how it goes. I gave her $900. I offered her $900. She took it. I took it home, put it in my garage, furnace on for a little bit, and it fired right up. So I really couldn't go wrong. I won out on this bike. It had 2,400 miles on it. So, and this thing runs great. All I did was I put an E3 spark plug in it, and some seafoam in the carburetor. That's really all I did. And it runs great. The gearbox is a little clunky, but it's not terrible. God, man, I can smell them roses going by them. But the reason I bought this bike, and and I catch a lot of flack from a lot of the Harley guys that I know. I mean, they got, Fat Boys, and I think the smallest one of my buddies has is 883 Sportster. And they're gorgeous bikes. Don't get me wrong, I love them. I'm not a Harley guy. I'm not a specific brand kind of guy. This is my first bike. I don't even think I have a preference yet. Aww, that's so cute. Anyway, guy looks at me like he's gonna come rip my arms off. But anyway, they're like, dude, why'd you buy that thing? I said, 250. It's slow. It doesn't have any power. It's a girl's bike, And I'm like, whatever, man. I got a Ram 2500 with a Hemi in it, extended cab, 4-wheel drive. I think it's like 13 miles a gallon on a good day. I got a Dakota with a 451 stroker big block in it, and that thing gets like 6 miles to a gallon. I mean, that's a lot of fun to drive. That thing's fast, but it's just, you can't drive it every day. It's not practical. So I wanted something I could commute back and forth to work on. Anyway, one day going in Home Depot, I saw an S40 Boulevard sitting out front, and I thought, wow, that's a really cool looking bike, and it's a single. I just thought it was cool. It was just neat. I never seen one before. It's the first time I ever seen it. I never paid attention to motorcycles. I just got the bug. Speaking of bugs, there's one smashed on my window right now. It's a windshield right now. And anyway, so I decided looking into getting an S40 Boulevard. Well, you could get them like $2,500. But at the time, I didn't even know if I was going to like doing this. I didn't even know if this was going to be my thing. So I decided, you know, I was going to look into the other one that they had, the Marauder, or no, I'm sorry, the Suzuki, the Savage LS60 650, and well, everyone that I found was out of town somewhere. I mean, they were not even close by. And you're talking 150 miles out minimum, and they wanted, you know, they still wanted some decent money, and they had a lot of high mileage on them. So I was looking around December, and I said, the hell with it, I'll look at something else. And I saw a Suzuki TU250X, and I thought, oh, that's cool. I'm like, that's a fucking commuter bike if I've ever seen one. And I decided to look at those. Well, it's kind of a newer platform still, and those bikes still grab decent money, even in the used market. So I kind of walked away from that, and I started looking into Honda Rebels. And I found one not far from my house, but I couldn't get around the color. It was like a magenta, almost. And I thought, well, you know what? Price is right. The thing looks great. It was an 86, had 4,000 miles on it. Yeah, maybe I'll try my hand at painting the tank and the fenders and stuff. Well, the frame was the same color as the bike, and I'm not about to strip a whole bike to paint a frame, so I walked away from that one. And then I stumbled upon this one, and here it is, right here. And I gotta say, this GZ250 Marauder, it's a very, very capable bike. I think it's people shy away from it because 250 just sounds small. You know, it just sounds like it'd be slow. But I've gone 65, 70 miles an hour on this thing. I switched out the sprocket, and I put a 16-tooth sprocket on it. There it is again. Anyway, don't look at my girl, I'll rip your arms off. Anyway, so I've had this thing up 65, 70, put the 16-tooth sprocket on it, and I was hesitant to try it. I mean, it was $16 for the sprocket. I'm like, what the hell do I got to lose? Just put it on there and try it. It's very, very nice. I like the 16-tooth sprocket. Some people, it's in bushes, man. Didn't see that guy right away. I want to say gravel. Yeah, but you know, some people swear by, some people swear at it. You know, the 16-tooth sprocket. And I gotta say, I really like it. It really puts the RPM in a comfortable area where this engine isn't revving like crazy. No, I mean, a lot of people don't know a whole lot about engines, but they're designed to rev. They're designed to spin. They're not designed to be lugged down. You know, they don't handle being lugged down. It tends to beat the rod bearings out of them. But in this case, I don't think the engine's really working too hard to propel my 195-pound frame along and this bike. But I got about 1,000 miles on it since I bought it. A little over 1,000 miles. I've ridden it all over the place. I've really gotten the hang of riding this thing. I don't have anything bad to say about this bike. Other than if I wanted to go faster, like, I definitely have to step up to a bigger bike. Like, if I wanted to ride on the expressway, you need a bigger bike. Crosswind is brutal. This thing's 300-something pounds. I'm 195. I mean, we're not even cracking like 200 pounds per, you know. So, I mean, the point of the matter is, if you're going to kick around town, this is like the perfect bike. There's some big boats out there, huh? Yeah, Buffalo waterfront, man. This gets jamming down here in the summer. It's pretty cool. That's going to be my next thing. I'm definitely going to get a boat. But, yeah, you know, I try to explain to my Harley buddies why I bought this little bike. And, you know, it's just, they don't get it. I like the bike wave. I get the bike wave all the time now. Bike wave is cool. There's another guy. He's probably going to get me to shoot me the bike wave, too. No, that's a scooter, but I'll throw it out there anyway. Yeah, they don't give a shit. But anyway, I talked to a bunch of guys on the GZ250 web forum, and they kept talking about how this is a cool little bike. Everybody on there loves this bike. They rave about it, and there's a lot of people that have, I've heard in the past, talked this bike up. And a lot of good advice I got from people too. A lot of good advice. But just a very fun little, just capable little bike. I mean, it don't look as small as it is, honest to God. Like a lot of people like, oh, that's a 250? I'm like, yeah. I get these fuzzies off my nose, man. They're fucking killing me. Yeah, I didn't have my visor down and they went right into my helmet. Yeah, but not a care in the world. This little guy just buzzes along. It's fun. I'm gonna do some moto vlogging. And I'm gonna do some drone videos and do all that stuff. It's a good time. Gotta watch this guy. He probably didn't even see me. Just one thing I noticed, man. It's the little bike doesn't like to trip lights. It doesn't weigh a whole lot. Kind of wished it would, but whatever, it's okay. Let me go up Tiff Street. If my audio is bad, I apologize. This is my first attempt at miking up a helmet. I know it gets gets breezy. Yeah, I just wanted to take a little ride tonight. It was a beautiful evening. Just nice to get out and cruise a little bit. Buffalo Rail Yard. Yeah, I may do something different with this microphone. I don't know. It does get pretty windy. I don't even know if this windshield is worth it. I don't know. Yeah, this is my first real motorcycle experience. I'm really enjoying it, and like I said, I want to, give a shout out to like Vegas Rider on GZ250 forum. He kind of guided me along into a couple things and steered me towards these Viking bags, these saddlebags I got. They're fantastic. I highly rate. If you have any kind of bike and you don't have saddlebags, you gotta have them because you can't take anything with you. It just sucks, and if you don't have anything to take with you, you can't pick nothing up. You can't bring a drink with you if you choke. That's a little rough going down the intersection. But you gotta pick up something to drink. You gotta have something to eat or something that you want to put your hat inside your bag or lock something up, and the locks are what's fantastic about these things. So. Yeah, I really like the bags. Everyone I talked to about the 16.2 sprocket, that helped out a lot. Everything, all the information on that web forum is just, it's invaluable. And, this is South Buffalo. This is like the Irish section of everything. Hey, look, a canoe. How about that? But yeah, that website is awesome, man. I really got a lot of information on it. And from what I understand, everybody that's seen this bike on there, they're like, dude, you stole that bike. You really stole that bike. And I feel I did, and it's not like I tried to screw anybody over, but I mean, I just, I made an offer and she took $900 for it. But, You know, anybody out there that is thinking about getting this as a first bike, get it. Just buy it. It's a great little bike. I got over 3,000 on it right now. I'm probably gonna have to readjust the valves. You know, it's a good riding experience. You learn so much on this little bike. I heard one guy say that's like the perfect bike to cut your teeth on, you know. And it is. It's so nimble, it's lightweight, it's fun to cruise around. It's like a 10-speed with an engine on it. I think it's fantastic gas mileage. It's a good time. I'm just kind of cruising around Buffalo right now, I guess. This is my turn right here. Oh, he turned his lights on. Kind of weird. I rolled past that Buffalo cop and he clicked his lights on. I really gotta get home. Well, it's getting late. I gotta work early. I'm just gonna let the video roll. Well, I'm just gonna shut up. You guys enjoy the ride, or don't bother watching the rest of it. I don't care. Whatever. It is a beautiful evening. I hope everybody enjoys it, or is at least enjoying it as much as I am right now.